This was Nivan Patel the last time he was in Sydney, just before the toddler went to India with his grandparents. More than 18 months later, he and his mother remain separated by closed borders.
I feel like my body part is removing. Someone remove my body part.
This is the only way they communicate now, through a screen.
Love you.
Rajshri came to Australia 8 years ago, became a citizen in 2018, and for the last 6 months the nurse has been working at a COVID-19 testing clinic. The single mum, who also has a chronic illness, has applied 3 times for a travel exemption for her parents to bring her son home, but was knocked back.
It's like taking my heart away from me.
Under the country's COVID-19 travel ban, only the immediate family of an Australian citizen or permanent resident is allowed to enter the country. Australian migration regulations define immediate family as a spouse or de facto partner, dependent child and legal guardian. Parents do not qualify. On her most recent application, Rajshri's mother was approved for travel, but she doesn't want to separate her parents. The 31-year-old has also considered flying to India, but can't take the risk of joining the many other Australians stranded overseas.
If I go back, who's gonna pay rent here? If I'm stuck in here for 6 months, 4 months, I have to sell everything. I lose my job.
Roya Salamati knows the feeling. Her father in Iran died from COVID-19 last year. She applied for a travel exemption for her mother, who's now on her own, to come to Australia, but was rejected twice.
This is very important for migrant communities to be heard, and they suffer a lot about this separation.
Hundreds of families in the same position recently took their calls for change to streets across the country and attracted more than 11,000 signatures on a petition presented to federal parliament by Liberal MP Celia Hammond in November. In response to the petition, a Home Affairs Department spokesperson told SBS News the government acknowledges the difficulties for extended families seeking to reunite, but there are currently no plans to include parents in the definition of immediate family for the purpose of travel exemptions.
If the Prime Minister had showed leadership last year and done his job properly and taken responsibility for quarantine, then we would not be in this mess, and we would not see these families separated so cruelly for so long.
For Rajshri and the many others praying for change, they vow to continue their campaign to be reunited.